Hey everybody, Swanwick here, and today I want to talk about Pokeballs. For those who don't know, Balltism is a fan-made term, meaning a desire to catch Pokemon in specific Pokeballs to fit a design, function, or theming. Obviously, the word comes from ball, as in the Pokeballs, and autism. And I'm one of the many trainers who have been diagnosed with Balltism. Wait, is it a mental illness? Or it does come from autism? Anyway, I'm here to talk about what I think are the perfect Pokemon to catch in each Pokeball. Alright, first up is the classic Pokeball. Normally everyone would just, I don't know, put Electrode in the Pokeball because it's a Pokeball too, but that's cliche. Also, Muk Gen 1. Other Pokeball candidates include Delibird, Pokeball Vivillon, Iron Bundle, Latias, Brute Bonnet, and original Color Magearna. But overall, I decided to choose Amoonguss as the perfect Pokemon to capture in a Pokeball, for obvious reasons. Next is the Great Ball. The runner-ups include Feraligatr and Salamence. Although Kyogre is also a perfect candidate for the Great Ball, it's cliche. There's even a meme of it. So instead, I chose Latios. Next up is the Ultra Ball. Although I think that Umbreon and Guzzlord would have been perfect candidates to catch in an Ultra Ball, given that they're black and yellow, ultimately, I chose Emolga. The Ultra Ball is black, yellow, and white. Guess what else is black, yellow, and white? For the Master Ball, I can't believe I'm doing this, but Mewtwo. It is a total cliche to put Mewtwo in a Master Ball, but look, let's face it, the Master Ball was basically designed for Mewtwo. Mewtwo is somewhat purple, like the Master Ball. Not to mention that M is for Mewtwo. I looked to run the Pokedex, but unfortunately, there are no purple Pokemon starting with M that would have been perfect for the Master Ball. Well, except one, Malamar. It is purple and does start with M, but would you really use the Master Ball on a puny mortal? Master Balls are for legendaries. The only other legendary I would consider catching in the Master Ball would be Eternatus. It is purple, but it starts with an E, not an M. M is for Maternatus. That was terrible. Next is the Safari Ball. Given its camel-like texture, I thought the perfect Pokemon to catch in a Safari Ball would be a Pokemon that used plants as a camouflage. Like for example, Plant Cloak Wormadam. But ultimately, I chose Wo-Chien. Not only does Wo-Chien's color scheme matches the Safari Ball, it's also covered in plants. Up next is the Fastball. I've chosen Electrode as the perfect candidate for the Fastball, given that they both have similar color schemes. Plus, with that lightning ball symbol, why would you not catch an electric type with it? And now we have the Level Ball. Given the V on top of the ball, I was thinking of giving it to Victini. Victini is often doing that V sign with his fingers, meaning victory. It has that orange V on his forehead, like the V on the Level Ball. Plus, V in Roman numerals means 5, as in Generation 5, the generation Victini debuted in. It seemed perfect, but then I found Vespiquen. Not only does Vespiquen's color scheme match the Level Balls, that V can stand for Vespiquen. Next is the Lure Ball. Originally, I was thinking about giving it to Tentacruel. Their color schemes do match, but ultimately, I decided with Feraligatr. Feraligatr's color scheme does match the Lure Ball, but unlike Tentacruel, Feraligatr's red fins closely match the Lure Ball. Tentacruel's red bits are a bit too dark. Plus, it seemed appropriate to catch a Johto Pokemon in a Pokeball invented in Johto. Not to mention Ash caught his Totodile in the Lure Ball. Next is the Heavy Ball. One potential candidate could be Aqua B Tauros. You can also make a case for Stakataka. Its color scheme does match a Heavy Ball, plus it is heavy, which is the kind of Pokemon that Heavy Ball is designed to catch. But ultimately, I decided with Rampardos. Just look at it, it's like the Heavy Ball personified. And it is pretty heavy, so... And now we have the Love Ball. Potential candidates include Luvdisc, Alomomola, Lovesweet Alchemy, but ultimately, Enamorus is the perfect Pokemon to catch in a Love Ball. Next is the Friend Ball. Candidates include Blossom, Kecleon, Carnivine, Serperior, Leavanny, Dracozolt, and let's be real, we all used the Friend Ball on Ogerpon. But I chose Sceptile as the perfect Pokemon in the Friend Ball. Given Sceptile's color scheme closely resembling the Friend Ball, being a starter would also make Sceptile your best friend. You know, catch your best friend in a friend ball. The Moon Ball's next. Obvious candidate, Lunatone. Let's not beat around the bush. The perfect Pokemon to catch at a Moon Ball is the legendary emissary of the moon itself, Lunala. But good luck catching a legendary Pokemon with a Moon Ball. How about we go with something a little bit easier? If we're going by color scheme, then I say Luxray matches the Moon Ball the best. But I don't know. Lynxes, the animal that Luxray is based on, aren't really known for being nocturnal. And now we have the Sports Ball. Super lame. It's a Pokeball with a Pokeball on it. Just catch an Electrode with it. Catch a Pokeball with a Pokeball with a Pokeball on it. The Netball. Unfortunately, there aren't any Pokemon that matches the Netball's color scheme. Dark cyan with a bit of black in it. But I can still catch Pokemon with it based on its functionality. The Netball is designed to have a higher catch rate if it's being used on water or bug types. And out of the 1,000 plus Pokemon, there are only 2 Bug-Water evolutionary lines this generation, Golisopod and Araquanid. The Dive Ball. Runner-ups include Wishiwashi and Azumarill, but I do think that Dondozo fits the Dive Ball at best. The Nest Ball. Candidates include Serperior, Simisage, and Exeggutor, but the perfect Pokemon for the Nest Ball is Spidops. Not only does Spidops match the Nest Ball in color, the Nest Ball is designed to catch weaker Pokemon. And let's be fair, Spidops sucks. Next is the Repeat Ball. The runner-ups include Phalanx, Tapu Bulu, and Armarouge. But overall, I think Kingambit suits the Repeat Ball the best. The Timer Ball. Obviously, I would use the Timer Ball on Time Fiend Pokemon, like Celebi, or the Time Traveling Paradox Pokemon. But overall, I chose Dialga as the perfect Pokemon for the Timer Ball. It is the god of time after all, and it did give the universe time. If I'm choosing by color scheme, then I would choose Throh, Delibird, and Seaking. The Luxury Ball. Unfortunately, I couldn't find a Pokemon that would fit the Luxury Ball in terms of coloring, but for theming, I would choose Alolan Persian. Alolan Persians are often symbols of wealth among high-class citizens, and as such they will be living in the height of luxury. And now we have the Premier Ball. Originally, I was gonna choose Hisui and Zoroark, but it has too much red among the white. So instead, I went with Zangoose. Zangoose has just the right amount of red. Barely at all, just like the Premier Ball. The Dusk Ball. Runner-ups include Zarude, Okidogi, Iron Thorns, Ogerpon. But overall, I think Zygarde is the perfect Pokemon to catch in a Dusk Ball. Not only does Zygarde's color scheme match the Dusk Ball, admittedly Zygarde is a bit lighter on the green side. It does live in a cave, which is where the Dusk Ball works best. The Heal Ball. Originally I was thinking about Cresselia, but I went with Audino instead. The pink, the yellow, and that teeny tiny bit of blue. Cresselia had too much blue. Now we have the Quick Ball. Potential candidates include Dunsparce, Regieleki, Lantern, but Manectric is just perfect for the Quick Ball. Just look at them. The color scheme is almost uncanny. Next is the Cherish Ball. The runner-ups include Oricorio Bale-Style, Scizor, Heat Rotom, Buzzwole, but come on, Cherish Balls are for legendary Pokemon. Well, most of the time. Originally I was considering Groudon, but I think the perfect Pokemon for the Cherish Ball is Yveltal. It is only black and red, just like the Cherish Ball. And Yveltal was an event Pokemon back in Gen 6, as a shiny. Next, the Dream Ball. Let's be real, Musharna. The Dream Ball was made for Musharna. Musharna is the dream Pokemon after all, and Unova does put a lot of theming into dreams. The Beast Ball. Unfortunately, I couldn't find a Pokemon that matches the Beast Ball's design. Just use it on Ultra Beasts. The Strange Ball. Runner-ups include Reuniclus, Meganium, but ultimately, Celesteela. Celesteela's colors match exactly like the Strange Ball. Tell me I'm wrong. The Jet Ball. I had thoughts about using Latios, the blue and white, but because of that wing pattern, I immediately thought of flying types, or just bird Pokemon in general. Out of all the flying types, I thought that Articuno's light blue coloring matches exactly like the Jet Balls. And finally, the Gigaton Ball. The runner-ups include Combat Breed Tauros and Necrozma, but in the end, I chose Zekrom as the perfect Pokemon for the Gigaton Ball. The Gigaton Ball is all black, just like Zekrom, and Zekrom is known as the Deep Black Pokemon. And that's it. That's every Pokeball and what I would use it on. If you have any suggestions, leave them in the comments below, or we could discuss them together, live, in my Discord, in the description below. Alright, see ya!